Western States have been like a race I've been looking at for many years. It was one of the first races when I started with ultra running and trail running. But at that time, the 100 miler felt really long, and I was doing like marathons and 50 milers at the most. When you're coming from track, it's not short distance really to run 80K or 100K. I felt like it took some years to nail that and get used to it.
Ida, your first 100-mile race here at Western States. How's it feel to be here?
It feels really good. I start to get excited now. I've been in this like coma, resting mood for in the beginning of the week, but now I saw it's like, okay, it's 2 days left. It's right to, time to get excited and time to get ready. Around 2018, 2019, I was ready to run 100 mile and I wanted to do Western State. But at that time, it started with a lot of problems. I had a foot injury that took a long time to solve, like 2 years, and I had a double foot surgery. After that, it was hard to run a lot again. It took some years where I actually could be consistent in running. It's actually just this year where I felt confidence again to be running like you have to do for a race like Western States.
Western States is a 100-mile race. Starts in Olympic Valley and finishes in Nauvoo. The first half is like the toughest because of the elevation and the climb. 100 miles with 1,000 feet elevation. And the second is tough, but because of the hot and the weather, because it's going to be hot, but it's really runnable.
Of 100 milers, it's that one and UTMB is the two big ones. And in the Western State course, I always felt like it suited me better. And if I was going to do a 100 miler, it would be like a bigger race and not just like a random 100 miler. So I decided to go for it this winter and try the golden ticket race. I didn't succeed. But then the second time at Canyons, I got my golden ticket. Preparation this winter were mainly skiing, and I tried to keep the running going, but it's difficult to run a lot winter time in Norway. I like to seal double and not just going out doing like a long run each day, which is more like the American style of training. So I kind of kept how I usually train, like with doubles and then a few long runs. But I have just been consistent and with no injuries, so that's like the first point to make it to the start line.
For the most of the runners, it's no good news at all. But in our case, I think we have something, extra.
Sometimes I realize like people are way more comfortable in the beginning than I am, because I'm kind of tired a whole race from the gun, like more or less. So it's more like working with this up and down, and it's not like, oh, it's just super easy.
And 3. Hold on just a moment.
I would say this is like the most competitive year I've ever seen for Western States on the men and women's side, but it's like the women's looks insane. You've got like a handful of women who could win it on any day. Like Courtney DeWalter's obviously the favorite, but there's Katie Scheid could win it, Kaylee Henniger could win it, I think Ida could win it. Like there are so many women that are in contention today. It just depends on who races the smartest.
I'm sure that if she can, make podium or, get podium of top 10 or top 5, she will do it. I mean, let's see what happens on Forest Hill, because from there it's a different race.
Sunglasses, sunscreen, like here starts the hot stuff.
Yeah.
the first climb up, and I was like, just switching between jogging and power hiking up the big hill.
Hida is going well, she's doing steady, she's keeping the same pace, so she'll be around between 4th and 6th place. It's not even half of the race, so we have plenty of time.
Last I heard, Ida was like 5 minutes back of the lead women. Courtney Dauwalter's in the lead. Katie Scheide's just a few seconds behind her. But I think that's like perfect for Ida right now. She's a really patient runner and she's a gamer, so I think she's probably playing it smart because this is the longest she's ever run.
I think we did a pretty good job of keeping her fueled because she's pretty stubborn, and I don't think that she wanted to take all of the food that we were trying to give her.
You want Coke or water?
Yeah, I think some Coke.
Okay, Coke. Do you want me to take these out and switch them?
Sorry, I thought take this.
Oh.
Yep.
Sorry, I take it.
Okay, great.
Thanks.
Yeah, we got that.
I started to feel like sick or nauseous pretty early, like when I took in gels and stuff. So it felt like I wasn't really taking up stuff I was eating, and I didn't feel like I tried to eat anyways. And it just ended with in the end, everything came out different directions of the body. So. Yeah, he feel that because it was really nice, and I was like, I feel sick, and then yes. So that would be like in the movie. It looks like how it was.
And she took like one thing and just starts running. So I go sprinting after her. Then Tommy and Tim come up like right after that, and they're like, here, take this, you need this, you gotta have this. And she's just like running. So when I picked her up, she was in 3rd place. Looked like she was feeling good, like, because that was where we were running on the flat and the down and the flat. And she was starting to feel bad, and she told me, she was like, I feel really bad when I'm climbing, but I think that my strengths are the flat and the downhills, so I think we should use that. And so she asked me to go in front of her, and she kept saying, I would be like, is this okay, like pace-wise? She's like, I think we can go a little faster. And I'd be like, okay, and I'd speed up a little bit, and I'd be like, how about now? She's like, I think we can go a little bit faster. And she was like, I just want to be top 10 today. And I was like, dude, you're in 3rd. Like, and that was where she was like, okay, I'm gonna power hike any uphill because it's still a long race and I want to be able to run at the end because the end is the most runnable part.
I'm not worried about it right now. Every year is the same there because they came from a really big climb and they always came like this. Like it's not, I mean, there is nothing to worry about it. It's part of the race.
I've raced Ida before we were teammates, and like she's just like, yeah, once she is decided on something, like it's going to happen.
My biggest strength in racing is that I have pretty easy time to focus. I'm really in the here and now, and just focusing and being at the moment and racing.
She was gonna take herself to some dark places to ensure that she was gonna be able to come back next year. And
you know, normally from the top 10, there are like a few DNFs. So this is why the top 10 is always moving around. Probably there will be like around 3 DNFs. So you can be running on 13th place or even 14 and get into the top 10 and at some point get in top 5 or even podium.
I think that was also like a long stretch where I couldn't see my crew, and I think the electrolytes they had at aid stations were really diluted, so were watering down. So I don't think I got very much salt in there. So I felt like, okay, I need to eat salt. So when I saw my crew, I was like, I need salt. And then the team came with this covered in salt watermelon. So then I just took something of that, so I probably ate a lot. And then when I kept going, they had salt at the aid station, so I actually just threw out my hand and then was doing like this once. And so that actually helped and got me going. And it went up and down the whole time. Like I had some bad patches and people were passing, and then sometimes I was running well and could pass people again. So I felt it was like an interesting race like that.
It was probably like 110 to 120K where she started to feel, I think, like, okay, this is far. Like, I've done the 100K before, but like I have to, because she kept telling me like, I don't want to press too hard now because I have so far to go.
Here. Tie this around her neck.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep, hand model for sure.
Yeah.
You want more ice?
And I think it was just in the end when I
Okay.
just lost a little bit too much energy due to I couldn't eat or like got tired that yeah, people passed and I couldn't really fight back too much. Yeah, the main was that I had problems with my stomach and nutrition, that I started to feel like sick or nauseous pretty early, like when I took in gels and stuff. So that was already at Robinson Flat, and but I was still happy that it wasn't like terrible. I could keep moving. It was just like a little bit too slow at times. Also, I felt like my uphill shape wasn't really great, but the downhill and the flats went better.
I mean, she got 7th, and she was in that 3rd to 7th pack all day, so like, there was never really a moment where she, like, it may have felt like she was dying, like in her head, but like those women were so close all day that it, like anything was gonna happen.
It really keeps warm, actually.
Yeah, right?
It's like, I mean, you always need to bring this, but I never tried it.
It's good. It's good.
Oh, thanks.